Why is everyone so obsessed? What's the big deal with yellow yolks? Just the other day, as I was running my usual errands of delivering eggs, I ran into this customer. I've given her the eggs and she looks me into the eyes and asks me, Firdaus, do your chickens have yellow yolks? I mean, do your eggs have yellow yolks like the way local chickens do? I couldn't help but amuse about the idea of yellow yolks. Why is everyone so obsessed with eggs with yellow yolks? Why is everyone so obsessed? What's the big deal with yellow yolks? And this issue actually here in Uganda, people take it seriously. And I'm not surprised that some commercial companies actually have taken an initiative in a way to fulfill their customer demands. They've used enhancers, color enhancers to color. Like they've added marigold flower powder into the commercial feeds so that at the end of the day you can have an orange or deeper yellow colored yolk. Imagine eating an egg which has been dyed, just like biryani. The way we dye rice, even the yolk can be dyed. People here swear by the local chickens. They be like, oh, the eggs are taste better, they're healthier, they're more nutritious than the other types of eggs, and they can also make you stronger. But the question is, are we really buying the real nutrition, or are we just buying the idea of nutrition? Because the real thing is, when it comes to the color of the egg yolk, it all goes down to what you're feeding your chickens. What the chicken eats, it's actually what determines the color of the yolk, because whatever the chicken eats, it's registered in the yolk, and the result will either be deeper yellow yolk or a pale yellow yolk. For example, if you're feeding your chickens on, let's say, pumpkin leaves, Russian comfrey, maize grains, anything which has a stronger pigment, that pigment is going to be deposited into the yolk. And at the end of the day, you have, that deep, stronger pigment deposited into the yolk, and the yolk in the end will turn out to be deeper yellow or even orange. On the other hand, if you're feeding your chickens, whether local, exotic, if you're feeding them on plain maize bran or broken maize together with the concentrates, it's going to give you a pale yellow yolk. There is no magic that, yellow yolks, and what's more shocking actually is the fact that when it comes to nutrition, the nutrition between a deeper yellow yolked egg and a pale yellow yolk, the difference is very small. You even be surprised, because truth is, an egg as it is, when it comes out, it's already packed with the nutrients. For example, it's packed with the proteins, the vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, and then other fatty acids. So it doesn't matter whether the egg has deeper yellow yolk or pale yellow yolk. It will have those nutrients already packed in it. Now, the real difference, however, will come in with how these chickens have been raised and how they have been fed. For example, if you are raising your chickens, let's say on a free-range system, you're going to let them roam about. You remember how our great-great-parents used to raise the chickens? You just let it go scavenge by itself, eat. They pick a worm here and there. They will pick a grain. In that way, the egg they will produce at the end of, let's say, maybe 7 months. If they hit 7 months, they'll give you an egg packed with extra, on top of the nutrients I've mentioned, they'll give you an egg with extra omega-3, vitamin E, and extra and antioxidants. That's the real difference. How you raise your chickens and what they feed on is what actually differs, makes the real difference when it comes to whether the egg has a pale yellow yolk or has a deeper yellow yolk. But it's also small, because the only thing you're missing is omega-3, vitamin E, and what else? Antioxidants, which you can actually source from other types of foods. After all, for you to have a healthy life, you need a balanced diet. You need a variety. You eat a grain, you eat some fruits, you eat an egg, you eat fish, you eat beans. So at the end of the day, you have a health plate comprises of anything you want, any nutrient you require for you to be healthy, but from a variety of foods that you have on your plate. It doesn't have to be just from an egg. So there is no big deal. So, but the question I'm asking, I want to ask you, that I'm pushing to you, and I want you to further this discussion in the comment section, is that given our current situation, especially if you're using the context of Uganda, I've interacted with many local poultry farmers, and their testimony is, in a bid to make these local chickens more productive, they have actually made sure that these chickens are caged. They are not let out to fend by themselves the way they used to do in the past. That means the myth of having local eggs being more expensive than the commercial, than the exotic eggs, it in itself is some kind of trick. They have tricked you. They are actually taking the advantage of your mindset of thinking that anything about a local chicken is actually better than the exotic birds. That's what they are actually feeding on. Because in the current day life, no one is raising the local chickens the way they used to be raised in the past. There is no one in Uganda, especially if their aim is to earn money. If someone is doing it at home leisurely for purposes of maybe having organic eggs, as they call them, that's a different story. But the farmers are visited now, they are not doing that. And next time I want you to do an informed decision. Don't be tricked into buying an expensive egg just because it has been labeled local. You know, these scenarios are all over around the world. For example, in America, brown eggs, they're more expensive than the white eggs. And yet the color of the shell is technically determined by the color of the chicken. A white chicken with white earlobes, it will lay white eggs. A brown or red chicken with maybe brown earlobes or red earlobes, it will lay a brown egg. The whole thing is like a conspiracy theory that has been planted into people's mind to strategically make sales. As far as whether local eggs taste better or what, I'm not sure about that. You tell me in the comment section below. Because for me, an egg is an egg. Whether it's from a duck, whether it's from a turkey, whether it's from, a local chicken or it's from a layer chicken, an egg is an egg. And it has the proteins and everything I want. So, let me know in the comment section, what has been your egg mysteries stories? What have you had? And when you're going to buy an egg, what do you consider?